All right, we are back for round two. We won the die roll. We will play first, and this is a pretty sweet hand. We have Mana Bloom into Eidolon and then Elspeth. So not gonna mulligan. So your opponent's here. I suppose I can actually just keep this open at this larger resolution. I can actually see this and not mess up my my board here. We don't have an opponent just yet. Hello and good luck, sir. Or madam. I'm kind of bummed that I don't have any standard events to play in. Because this deck is definitely pretty sweet. Lots of fun to play. Cool things that happen. Alright. Let us lead with an Overgrown Tomb. Overgrown Tomb mirror match. Elvish Mystic. Alright, so probably junk. That's my guess. Some sort of junk. Probably monster deck. We will Mana Bloom for one. So it's possible that if our opponent plays, for instance, a Domri this turn, we may just want to. Oh, well, good. Oops, knocking over change on my table, making noise. Him having a tap land here is really good for me. He could just be some sort of green black. So he did not play. He did not attack me, so he could have Abrupt Decay is most likely here. He could have a Doomblade. I think I just want to play my Eidolon. I don't want to playing Courser here. I don't actually even necessarily get a land out of it because if he kills it, Abrupt Decay is the most likely removal spell for him to have, like sort of end step, or that he's leaving up. Could be a Doomblade or whatever, which you can use to kill my Eidolon, but I at least get a card out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Green one. Elon, get my card, and okay. And Nick Sweeper. Okay, so he's like a graveyard deck, it appears. Alright, so against... Ooh, that's a good one. I'm tempted to... I think I want to Brain Maggot him. So if I Brain Maggot him, then Mana Bloom, I can likely cast Elspeth next turn. I get to draw 2 cards this turn and disrupt whatever it is that he's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Brain Maggot you. Draw him a card. He didn't cast Grizzly Salvage. He has 2 Grizzly Salvages and he didn't cast one. That's very weird. Well, I think I want to take Demon. I don't understand. Yeah, maybe he just accidentally skipped through the end of his turn there. So yeah, I just want to take Demon, and then I'm going to cast another Mana Bloom. So he's going to be milling a ton of cards between the Nyx Weaver and the 2 salvages he has. Nyx Weaver plus a bunch of salvages and stuff is kind of like tutoring. Okay. I'm fine, taking some damage. Well, I have a lot of options here. I can play Elspeth. I don't know that Elspeth is actually that good here, though. Obviously, getting Elspeth into play is relatively powerful. It's probably still best. Probably still best just to cast Elspeth here and get it on board and going. Then following turn, I'm gonna have I'll have access to probably 6 mana because I have Eidolon plus draw steps and the Courser, and can cast both Courser and Banishing Light or Courser and Underworld Connections. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Cancel. Oh well, oh well. So Elspeth, make some guys. Your turn. He's going to Grizzly Salvage. And, ooh, get a Nyx Weaver. I would like to just find a Giant here, because Giant is pretty insane against his board, just killing 2 of his Mystics. I don't have any Agent of Ereboses in my sideboard to rip his graveyard up, unfortunately. So he's almost at the point that he can basically just tutor with salvage plus a bunch of. Ooh, that guy could actually be an issue. We're gonna have to Banishing Light him. We don't actually have an untapped land now. This is quite sad. We'll Mana Bloom for 1. I don't think I want that. Make some guys. And pass the turn. So he needs, I mean, without, he just keeps not Grizzly Salvaging. He has that second Grizzly Salvage, doesn't he? Ooh, Jared. That could be troublesome. Jared plus Night Howler could actually kill me. How many dudes are in his yard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually barely any. Maybe it won't kill me. He's dead to Elspeth in like 2 turns though, so we can also just play Courser land to keep ourselves out of range. Or maybe just draw, a Giant and kill all the stuff. I guess I can't actually kill all of the stuff with Giant right now. I don't have mana. He did have 2 Grizzly Salvages in his hand, right? He's just not casting for some reason. Oh, okay. Well, speak of the devil. And there's a Night Howler. Alright, that could be bad with the Jared in his yard. He probably doesn't have enough time, though. And he doesn't have a troll, because we Oblivion Ringed his troll. Or Banishing Lighted his troll. He also has to do everything like in a turn window with Night Howler if he's going to get something big, because I can always just minus it with Elspeth or Banishing Light that as well. He put Overgrown Tomb in his hand? What's going on? What's happening? Is he just going to, like, double Nyxweaver here? I'm very confused. Very, very confused. Alright, well. Let's play Courser. I probably should have not just tapped all my white mana, but... I don't understand him taking a land there. Does he just really want to activate both of his Nyxweavers and return, like, I don't know, Whip and something? I guess I want to play this first because I'm going to draw off of Eidolon. I guess the cards don't really matter that much. The life total is potentially a lot more important. Plus, I can always just play a Scryland if, you know, there's something I don't want. Just don't want to, like, you know, randomly get burned out, I guess, is kind of my plan here. I should probably actually do the math to figure out what could happen, but I really just am kind of just baffled by what's going on over there. I don't understand his plan. We'll bottom this. Ooh, a giant. Well, a giant is sweet. You do know there is no... Oh. Actually, I'm colorblind. It's true. Alright, so he's exiling this. What is he getting? Getting Jared back. Okay. You could just return Jared. You can just sack your lands to return Jared. What's happening? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. And you only sacked one of them. I'm very, very confused. Very confused. Alright, well, sideboard-wise, I'm not really sure. My main deck seems pretty good here. It feels like the games, you know, both decks can go like fairly mid-rangey. I liked Brain Maggot. They don't have very much removal, which makes Brain Maggot good disruption that also can trigger Eidolon of Blossoms. The removal all seems, you know, very valuable. Doomwake Giant seems good. Connections is, you know, pretty good, but not incredible, so I don't necessarily know if I want the third. It seems like I kind of just want the cards that are in my deck. You know, I could possibly see, like, you know, but I don't think I want, like, Bile Blight or anything, because, you know, Abrupt Decay, Hero's Downfall, and Banishing Light all seem like they serve very similar purposes. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and click submit. This hand looks great. Will not mulligan. We're, potentially a little bit slow, but we have all of our colors in Caryatid, and then reasonable mid to late game. We could possibly lose to just like a really explosive draw on his part with his hand, but I want to play Temple first because I have more black spells that I might want to cast. This hand is a little awkward because it can't necessarily, with drawing the third Temple. Ooh, we want that for sure. Yay, Eidolon. Wayfinder, alright. Herald, ultimate price. Ultimate price, okay. Interestingly, Doomwake Giant against Satyr Wayfinder is kind of not great because we actually don't want to put his Wayfinder in his yard. It's better for us in play in a lot of ways. But yeah, this is more temples than I'd like. Drawing 3 temples is pretty awkward because now I can't cast anything on time right now. I mean, granted I do have Eidolon and can potentially just draw into stuff, so. Lifebane Zombie? Well, I don't have Eidolon anymore. I do have Doomwake Giant, thankfully. Which is very good against Lifebane Zombie. Alright, well, do I want 2 points of Mana Bloom or just 1? I think I might just want a Mana Bloom for 1 here. It still lets me block. Next turn I can cast. The one life is fairly irrelevant from this probably, and being able to potentially it could potentially save me life from having to play something untapped too. I'm gonna go ahead and Mana Bloom for 2. This is one of the things. It's like, okay, well I could leave this untapped in order to not play this so I can block, but this being untapped can potentially just mean that I get to play an untapped land or a Scryland, which ends up being quite a bit better for me. I hope this isn't if he bestows what's it, Night Howler on this right now, it'd be kind of unfortunate for me. I do have Elspeth though. I actually could just play Elspeth and take down next turn if he did that. But that wouldn't actually be any good. I would still want to Doomwake Giant and kill this, and then be able to just block it. Yeah, there's Night Howler. Alright. Alright, well, we're gonna cast the Doomwake Giant and kill this. Because the Night Howler will be in play, so Elspeth's actually not a great solution. Yeah, that's pretty good. It gives me Doomwake triggers. And it's just a good creature. I think I do want this. Potentially gaining life. Yeah. How is this? I'm confused. How did this... Oh, okay. It actually didn't show me the trigger. It didn't show me it becoming this was already in the yard and its stats hadn't updated, which is a little weird. Do I want to? I could just like trigger Mana Bloom right now, and then play Courser Mana Bloom next turn and kill all his stuff. I think I'm gonna do that. So end step, I'm just adding a mana. Return this to my hand. Draw Courser, cast Mana Bloom, kill all of his creatures. So this is one of those sort of tricky things you can do with Mana Bloom here. Well, this isn't going to work because this is going to die. Oops. I didn't think this through. His Night Howler actually makes this bigger. Well, we do want. I guess we do want to. Do we want to kill this now? I'm actually not sure. We may want to just wait for the giant next turn. Because if this dies, this becomes big enough to trade with giant. Do I care about that? It's actually. I think that's actually probably fine. We get rid of this too. We could just block with giant or just Elspeth at that point too. Yeah, I didn't think this through entirely. I was getting clever and then wasn't thinking about this updating this. I mean, he could still have like a Grizzly Salvage or something too, which could be very bad for me. If I just kind of try and sit here. I'm just going to do this. That was not totally well thought out by me. Yeah, he could have Herald. If he had a Herald there, leaving Deathrite in play allows him to bestow Herald and fly over this, which could be really bad for me. This I still this way, if he doesn't play, something that gets a guy in the yard. He didn't actually cast like, what's going on? Whip. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to trade here. I just want to play Giant and then Mana Bloom and wipe out his board. Yeah, I definitely messed that up the previous turn. How big is this guy? I can't tell. Where's its stats? This is just, it has no stats. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess. Can't even tell. What's going on here? Alright, well, I'm going to play this. You literally just can't see it. You can't see its stats anywhere. I hope it's Like, there they are. They're like super dark right there. That's really silly. Ooh, a demon. That's bad for me. So now it's a 5/5? Alright. Well, this whip's actually kind of a problem now. Because he has multiple, like, evasive type dudes. Do I need to just Elspeth and minus? I think I may be dead. I think I actually really messed this game up. I can't actually read this. 5/5, I think? So yeah, I can Mana Bloom, but I don't think that does anything at this point because he can whip back Herald. I guess the last turn's attack was actually probably really bad. I should have thought about the possibility of Demon too, because I just took 5 damage that I didn't need to take, which basically makes the whip lethal. So now I can Elspeth minus, but then he can whip back Demon. So yeah, if I can attack with this. What happens if I just attack with this? And then he blocks. I could play this. That doesn't. I actually don't want to play these because I want to be able to. I think I need to Elspeth minus here. And then he can. I mean, he has 3 flyers though, so he can, return Demon, kill my Courser, hit me for 5, and then the next turn he can, return Herald or Lifebane Zombie, both of which are horrible for me. So I think I'm in really bad shape, but yeah, I definitely messed this game up by letting him hit me both the previous turn by how I ended up doing things. Hello? What's going on with my game? I can't actually attack. There we go. Weird. Yeah, the previous turn attacking was bad, and I think that, not really thinking about how his Night Howler was going to update on his Lifebane Zombie was also pretty bad, and I probably shouldn't have played it the way I did. It let him connect for, extra damage. Yep, he's returning his Demon, killing that guy. He should hit me. No, he's gonna kill Elspeth. Alright. Well, that actually kind of gives me a chance. Because now I'm not dead in like 2 hits. Or maybe I am. Ah, troll, okay. That's bad for me. Alright, well. Elon. Okay. Ooh, downfall. He's tapped out. I could kill his troll right now, though I think that his troll might not be as scary as some of his other stuff. That's really good. It's banishing light his whip. Well, hold on. I think I might want to downfall his troll here, and then he can try and whip something at me. But then no, because if he whips a Night Howler at me, how big is it? One. Night Howler will be huge. So I think I actually do need to. Like I'm dead to him having another Night Howler to bestow on his troll. But I'm also just I can't afford to be forced to chump block with my Eidolon here. So I think I just need to take out his whip, because otherwise he can get back like Herald, Lifebane, or Night Howler and kill me with it. Yeah, but if he has another Night Howler, I'm pretty dead. But I'm pretty dead to whip regardless if I don't kill it. I mean, I guess if he does get back Night Howler, I can just chump it, and I can kill if I kill this guy now. All right, I don't have much time. I only have 8 minutes or whatever. I'm gonna take out whip. I think that it's gonna be more of an issue. Unless we get another card with Mana Bloom too. Alright. So no Night Howler, please. I'm also dead to like a Herald of Torment. Not necessarily it's dead to a Herald of Torment, but it's very bad for me. Untapped land, that can't be good. Bestowing something? Oh, Demon. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. I'd like to draw another Eidolon. That's not bad. That actually makes him potentially like go in on Demon, which could be really good for me. Well, I definitely want to scrap that to the bottom. We don't really want that land, but say go. Alright, that's potentially good for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So now I can downfall this and get back into the game. Still at 6. He's at 24. There's a lot of really powerful cards in his deck. That's actually also just bad for me, because I don't have any way to currently stop it. Oh, well, there's one. All right, let's get him. I mean, it could be a giant. It should be a lot worse for him. No Night Howler, please. Oh, a Night Howler. All right. So sideboard wise, I think I just want to go the same. Stick with the same thing. My deck felt good there. Elspeth's oddly not that good, but I think it's still worth having. It did sort of get me out of that situation by minusing. So It's interesting that I think I actually would have won given what I drew if he hadn't killed Elspeth, if he just hit me. Because I drew the Oblivion Ring for his whip. But alright, we're just going to go ahead and submit. I think I could have won that game for sure if I'd played a little bit differently and sort of thought things through more. Alright, we'll play first. This is a good hand. We're not going to mulligan. We have Fixing, Acceleration, and some Disruption. Well, I'm going to bottom this. I need more land. It's a good card, but I have a Banishing Light already, and I need land. There's Mana Bloom. It's not a land, but it's something. Oh my god, I want a giant. Alright, well, we're going to start with this. Because you don't want him to just get us with something gross here. Not really scared of whip. Also not really scared of price. I'm just going to take Lot with Troll. So if he does want to play his Troll, he needs to use Ultimate Price my Brain Maggot. His hand's pretty bad. So Ultimate Price, Whip, and 2 land. We need more land ourselves. Elspeth was about the worst card we could draw. A second copy of our Planeswalker. His play there was weird. I don't understand playing Temple of Malady when he could actually just cast his Troll. I guess he wants to try and defend it from removal. Nyx Weaver. Okay. That's actually pretty good for him. I think I maybe just want to play Mana Bloom here. Then I can play Eidolon next turn and start going. This does make his whip good, the fact that he has Nyx Weaver now, but do I want a Mana Bloom for 2? I think I want a Mana Bloom for 2. Yeah. Because we don't want multiple uses off of it before I actually play another land. Alright, didn't hit anything good off Nyx Weaver. His hand is still Whip and Ultimate Price, which is kind of bad for our Eidolon of Blossoms, but Whip, sure. Alright, well, we're going to play Eidolon of Blossoms here. Ugh. Actually casting things with this is really annoying. Oh my god. I'm never going to draw a land. It's going to Ultimate Price my Eidolon of Blossoms, probably. I'll attack you with a Brain Maggot. He has Nyx Weaver for that too. I could have theoretically tried to cast Brain Maggot, but I felt like I think I might need to get rid of this whip soon. If I draw a land here, I might want to play. I guess whip doesn't really do much if I actually got rid of this, but I can't really do that. I think I want to play Courser. It's going to stop the attacks. The whip is potentially really scary with the Nyx Weaver. I can't really effectively Banishing Light the Nyx Weaver. Alright, yes. Do we want a temple? We don't particularly want a temple, but we do need the land. I'll put on top. So next turn I'm gonna if I get an opportunity, just gonna Banishing Light the whip. Hopefully he doesn't mill himself and get like a Shadowborn Demon, 2 trolls. All right. Not a Shadowborn Demon, please. Shadowborn Demon. All right, well here, I think I want to banish Whip and play play a second Caryatid. I don't need land anymore. I could just banish the demon right now. Maybe that's better. I'm gonna have to get rid of the demon anyway. 1, 2. Could make him sack a guy, but that doesn't really matter too much. If he hits the thing is, so if I banish Whip, he sacks this, hits me for 7, 8. I go to 3. Yeah, I think I actually need to banish demon this turn. And if he ends up milling something good with Nyx Weaver, then I'm just kind of for Whip. I'm just kind of in trouble. Herald. That's only 3 damage. It's not really a big deal. Plus, I have Carry to defend myself. This seems better. Uh-oh. Oh no! How does this happen? I guess I can chump block if he brings back. But Jared's just gonna kill me now. Jared plus Whip is, well, Jared period is just gonna kill me. Whipping something back. God, it's funny. I'm just like, oh well, if this window happens, then I'm in trouble. He's gonna whip back Shadowborn Demon, kill my Brain Maggot, hit me for a bunch of damage. And then he can like return. Yeah, God. And then he can return Jared. He can return Jared, and I'm not dead yet, am I? I mean, I'm very close to dead. He can't actually kill me just yet with Jared, but he can. Right now, he can whip back Herald and put me to 1, and then he can return Jared, cast it, whip something. You know, just that Satyr Wayfinder hitting the Shadowborn Demon that turn was really bad for me. I got a card in his hand. Oh, it's the troll, right? So if I play Elspeth and tick up, what happens? If I play Elspeth and tick up, then he can return. He can whip back the Herald, hit me to 1, and just kill me. He's whipped back Herald. Yeah, I can't do that. So I have to Banishing Light whip. I'm just so dead. just basically dead to Jared here. God, that Wayfinder was so gross. I'm just dead to Jared and activate. That way, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's any number of things I could have done differently this game, but certainly being choked on mana how I was kind of a big problem. And I don't know, maybe, I mean, if I Banishing Light the whip right away, let him hit me with Demon, then he doesn't get another whip activation, doesn't kill my guy. You know, it was basically like he has to have something really, really bad. He has to mill something really bad for me for whip for that to be wrong, because I'm gonna have to deal with Demon anyway. And maybe I should have brain maggoted differently. Maybe I should have like brain maggoted and taken his ultimate price and left him with Troll. But it felt like I didn't really have great defense there against the Troll. I didn't want him to just like have just a giant Troll. I guess I did have Banishing Lights though, so maybe I should have just brain maggoted his ultimate price in the first place. That would have potentially let me keep a Courser in play or keep an Eidolon in play, and possibly sort of draw out of that situation. My Elspeth's just, stranded in my hand the whole game. I don't know. It's an interesting game. Definitely an interesting game. And unfortunately, I wish I had more time to think through a lot of my decisions, but, I was under time pressure because I only had a couple minutes left. It's one of the problems with, sort of doing the commentary as I'm playing, because, sometimes games get a little complicated, and as I'm trying to actually talk through things, I run low on time and can't actually play things as well as I would like. But anyway, let's go on to play one more match in a 2-player queue, and we'll see if we can play some more cool games.